we are going to explore some of the beautiful stories of Kartikeya, who is the son of Shiva and Parvati, but he is not so well known. His brother Ganesha, Ganapati, is very well known. Everybody knows that, oh, Ganesha is the son of Shiva, the son of Parvati. You know, many pictures, you see them sitting together. But quite a few people do not know that Ganesha also has a brother called Kartikeya, or Murugan, as he is mostly known in the south, in Tamil Nadu. We are very fortunate and very blessed because very soon, later this month, Gurudev will be speaking about Murugan Rahasyam, the secret of Murugan. This is not a text, you know. I used to get many questions, people asking me, oh, which scripture is this? We have heard Gurudev speak about Narada Bhakti Sutras. We have heard Gurudev speak about Ashtavakra Gita, about the Bhagavad Gita, about the Patanjali Yoga Sutras. So what is this Murugan Rahasya? It is a secret. So this is not a scripture in the sense that it has not been written yet. This is a new knowledge, a new secret that Gurudev will reveal to us. We don't know exactly what he is going to say because it is a secret. If we would know, it would not have been a secret. It was something that we already know. But tonight we'll explore a little. We'll get to know who was Kartikeya. Who was this Murugan, or who is he? We know a little about the different gods, the Devi Devatas, and we have seen that there are many secrets that are revealed through the stories of these gods and goddesses. Some of us who have been fortunate to listen to the explanations that Gurudev has given, for example, on the Devi Mahatmya, the Durga Saptashati, we know that there are so many deeper meanings behind these stories. Those are the stories of the Devi where Gurudev has explained the significance, the deeper meaning and the relevance in today's world, in our life, of those different demons and the Devi Shakti, where those different demons symbolize different negative tendencies or different problems that we face in life. And Gurudev so beautifully explained how these relate to our day-to-day life and how our sadhana, our spiritual practices, can help us to overcome those demons, to overcome those negative tendencies and to rise up in life. So who was Kartikeya? Kartikeya is known by different names. One is Kartikeya, one is Murugan. He is also known as Skanda. He is also known as Shanmukha, the one with 6 faces, or Shadanana. And like that, he has many more names. Skanda. So the Skanda Purana was named after him. One of the stories of Kartikeya is very interesting. It's about him and his brother Ganesha. It is said that once their parents, Shiva and Parvati, they received a special fruit. Now, the fruit was only one. It was only one fruit. So then whom to give it to? So the Devas had come to give them this fruit, and they said, whoever will eat it, they will get the supreme knowledge and they will get immortality. Now, there are many people that may also want to listen to these stories. So for all of those who are watching right now, you can actually make this video a watch party also on your Facebook page, so that the people who are connected with you, your friends, they can also watch the story with you live. So those who are watching right now, you can click on this option to make it a watch party so many more people can join us. And in case if you have any questions about the stories, you can keep sharing it in the comments. I will go through them after the story, and then I will try to answer as many questions as possible. So the story goes thus, that the Devas came and gave this special fruit to Shiva and Parvati. And they said that whoever eats this gets the supreme knowledge. They become immortal. Now, both the sons, both Ganesha and Kartikeya, they wanted to eat that fruit. And for the parents, this was a big challenge because they are equally dear to them. Parents, they love all their children equally or uniquely, but none is less and none is more. So then they had to come up with a way how to decide who can get who to eat the fruit. So what they thought about it, and they said, okay, let's make it fair. We'll make a race. So they said whoever can circumambulate the world 3 times and come back first will get to eat the fruit. Now we need to know a little bit more about these 2 brothers. Ganesha is very chilled out, and the vehicle, his mode of transportation is the mouse. And if you would have seen the pictures, Ganesha also has a big belly, he's a little plump. So imagine that elephant with a big belly sitting on the mouse. And then going around the earth 3 times, the whole world, is going to take a lot of time. His brother Kartikeya, on the other hand, is considered as the most handsome. He is a very handsome god. This is one of the reasons why many mothers in Tamil Nadu also, they love to, and in South India, they love to name their child, if they have a son, they love to name him Kartikeya or Kartik. Because they hope that he'll get some of those qualities. He'll become as handsome, as good looking, as strong as Kartikeya. Because Kartikeya was also the leader of the army of the gods. He was an army general. He was a warrior. So he was very fit and very handsome, very good looking. And his vehicle, his mode of transport, is often a peacock. So imagine a peacock will be much faster than a mouse. And Ganesha is very chilled out, he loves to laugh, have fun. Kartikeya was a little more serious. So if you see the pictures also of Kartikeya, he has a beautiful face, very charming. But usually his look will be very serious. You don't see him smiling very often. So it is said that the moment that was announced that there will be a race, immediately Kartikeya left on his peacock and he started going as fast as he could to go around the earth, the whole world 3 times. Now Ganesha was sitting there and he was thinking, he didn't know what to do. He looked at his big belly and he thought, this is not going to make me very fast. Then he saw the mouse. The mouse also was not looking very happy at the prospect of having to go around the whole world 3 times. So then he thought, okay, is there another way? How can I do this? And he thought about the question. He said, okay, I have to go around the world 3 times. But what is the world? And Ganesha is very knowledgeable, but he's also very innocent. And then he looked at his parents, and then he folded his hands, and he started walking around his parents. And then his parents also got confused. They thought Ganesha is the god of knowledge, of understanding, of wisdom. But they said, dear boy, my child, I think you didn't get the assignment. You're supposed to go around the world. And then in all his innocence, Ganesha looked up at his parents and he said, but to me, you are my world. Because he loved his parents so much. And like a small child, he has that love for the parents. Any small child, if you see, Their parents are their whole world. That's all that matters to them. If you take a small child away from the parents, they'll start crying, and you can give them all kinds of toys, whatever, but still they're not happy, unless they get to be again with the parents in their mother's lap or in their father's lap. So Ganesha looked up at them and he said, no, but you are my whole world. And he went around his parents 3 times. And then, Shiva and Parvati, they looked at each other and they knew that this was not a kind of trick or a scheme, but they knew that what Ganesha was saying was what he really felt. And they were so touched with his feelings towards them and his sincerity. They were so pleased. So then it said that they gave him the fruit. They said yes, because 3 times he went around them, he circumambulated them. So they gave the fruit to Ganesha. Now, when finally Kartikeya came back, he was of course very upset, because he had followed his parents' words. He had gone all around the world. He did the assignment properly, but he was not given the fruit. So he felt it was an injustice. It was not right. So then it said that because he was a little upset, that he said, I don't want to stay with you. He was a little upset with the parents, like how a small child, then he says, no, they'll go to their room and they'll close the door, that I don't want to see you. So it is said that is why Kartikeya, he went and stayed somewhere else. He would only see his parents once in a while. Other time he will stay alone. Now this is a very interesting story, but it's also very odd. First of all, you would think that why not cut the fruit in half? Give 1/2 to both of the children. Or if you know that it's going to be a problem between the children, then Shiva or Parvati could have decided to eat it themselves. Now, even though Ganesha was very sweet and sincere, they should have known that it is not fair to give the fruit to him. But then there is a much deeper meaning behind these stories. All these stories were just there to indicate an aspect of that divine energy. Now what that is, we don't know. But maybe Gurudev will tell us. There is another story I thought I'll share today. And this, some of you may have heard also, because this is where Gurudev himself has beautifully shared the story once during Guru Purnima, a few years ago. It's a very touching story, and it talks about the incident that earned Kartikeya, or Murugan, the name of Swaminatha. It is said that when Kartikeya, after he was born and he grew up a little bit, there is a time when the child has to start going to school. They have to start learning. So Shiva thought, okay, I have to send my boy to school, so where to send him? So he sent him to Lord Brahma, the creator, because Brahma is the one who is said to have spoken the Vedas. He has given the knowledge of the 4 Vedas. So what better teacher than Lord Brahma himself? So it's said that he enrolled Kartikeya as a student and dropped him off at school. And on the first day of school, then Lord Brahma said, okay, we're going to learn something. So let us start with the alphabet, the aksharas, the letters. And then Kartikeya said, no, but I want to learn the meaning of Om. Then Lord Brahma looked at him, he said, well, that's all very nice, but first we have to start from the beginning. You have to start from the basics. But Kartikeya was very stubborn. He said, no, you have to tell me the meaning of Om. If you cannot tell me, I don't want to learn anything else from you. I will have to find someone else who can teach me. Lord Brahma tried everything possible, but he couldn't convince Lord Kartikeya. And then finally, when that boy kept insisting, he said, but my dear boy, I am Lord Brahma, but I don't have the knowledge of Om, because Om is made up of the three energies, A, U, and Ma. And he said, A is the creative energy, I am the creator. I only have the knowledge of that aspect of the creation. So after everything else, he couldn't succeed, and he brought the boy back to Shiva. He said, listen, your boy is a big headache. He is very troublesome. He doesn't listen. I have tried everything possible, but he is not ready to learn from me. I cannot manage him. You please manage. Do some homeschooling or something. You please look into this. I am not able to help you. And Lord Brahma left. Now Shiva was thinking what to do. He had sent him to school, but now the school didn't want him. The teacher didn't want to teach him. So then he asked Kartikeya, he said, my boy, what happened? What did you do? Why did you upset your teacher so much that he's not ready to teach you? And why is he saying that you're not ready to learn anything? Then Kartikeya explained. He said, Father, I asked him for the meaning of Om and he couldn't teach me. Then Shiva said, no, but why do you need to know? There are so many other things to know. He said, no, this is the most important. Then, Father, will you please teach me? Then Shiva realized he was in trouble. He thought for some time, then he said, well, my boy, even I don't know the meaning of Om. I am Shiva, I am part of the Trinity. I have the power to destroy and to transform, but I don't have the complete knowledge of Om. So I cannot teach you. And then what happened? Then the boy looked at him and he said, but I know the meaning of Om. Because Shiva said, I also cannot tell you. Lord Brahma cannot tell you. So I don't know who will be able to tell you. But then Kartikeya said, but Father, I know the meaning of Om. Then Shiva looked at him. He said, really? So then tell me, if you're thinking that you're so smart. So he said, okay, then you tell me. He said, I cannot just tell you like that. If you want me to teach you, then you have to make me your teacher, your guru. And the guru is always given a higher seat. They have to be given respect. Knowledge flows downward. Now Shiva is the highest. So he was thinking now what to do. How can I possibly give my son a higher seat? And then he had an idea. So he said he lifted the boy up and he placed him on his shoulder. So the boy was sitting on his shoulder, and because that he was just a little bit higher than him. And the story goes that sitting on his shoulder, he whispered the meaning of Om into the ear of Lord Shiva. And their Gurudev was telling us that the meaning of Om is love. And it said that Lord Parvati, his mother, she overheard that and she was so overjoyed, she was so touched by that she said, okay, from today I will call you Swaminatha, which means you are the guru of my Lord, because Shiva is her Lord, her husband, and she said, you have become his guru. So it said that there he got the name of Swaminathan. Now even this story has a lot of deeper meaning. And like this, there are many more stories of Kartikeya, of Lord Murugan. And when we hear the stories, we are amazed, we wonder, but we need an enlightened master. You need a guru to give you the true meaning of the stories, to unlock its essence and to share those secrets. And as our Gurudev has shown so many times, many of these secrets are connected to our day-to-day life as well. They are very practical. This knowledge is very alive. These are different techniques and practical wisdom that allow us to progress on the spiritual path, to live more happily, more freely. And Gurudev also gives us an experience, that it is not just a concept, but it becomes our experience. So we have an opportunity, a golden opportunity, to experience and to learn more about what and who Murugan really is, who Kartikeya really is. What do these stories really mean? How does it relate to our life? What is that divine energy, this cosmic energy that was symbolized by the pictures and the stories of Lord Kartikeya? What are the qualities and how does it enliven in us? Lord Kartikeya was a symbol or an embodiment of valor, of strength. He was a warrior. Not just a warrior, he was the general of the army of the gods. And only Gurudev knows why at this point, after all these years, he has decided to start speaking on this. So there must be a special relevance in the context of today's situation in the world, the challenges that we are facing, and the turning point that we have reached as a humankind. And I would like to invite everyone to join us for this discourse, the live sessions with Gurudev, where he will share more about the secret behind Murugan, the Murugan Rahasyam. We will share the details of this program, of Gurudev's discourse, in the comments to this video as well. And you will also find the details on the Facebook pages. Don't miss this opportunity. At every time, every point where I've had a chance to hear Gurudev speak on the scriptures, especially when it was something unique, like in this case, it always held great relevance to our life and to the events that are happening around us. So during these challenging times, we should not miss being a part of this beautiful opportunity. And there are many more stories that we could share, but the story is only so much. It is the deeper meaning that can really make a difference in our lives. And the meaning that Gurudev will share of what Murugan is, what Kartikeya is, we will see later this month. The dates will be from the 24th to the 26th of July. And these will be sessions that will be online. It will be live and also you can watch it later. So you can register for this. And it will be in Tamil, because many of the literature, also the tradition of Murugan, also comes from Tamil Nadu. But there will be a translation to English, to Hindi, and to many other languages as well. So this will be a simultaneous translation, so all of us can follow it. And if there are any questions that you have after hearing what I just shared, you can leave it in the comments. And then I will look into that later. And please make other people aware of this as well. Share this knowledge that Gurudev is going to speak on such a precious topic. We should not miss this opportunity. And we can wonder, no, there must be a reason that Kartikeya is a little less known. There must be a reason why he's part of that family. Why was he depicted as a son of Shiva and Parvati? He could have been the son of Lord Vishnu also. So there is a deeper meaning behind all these things. Being a brother of Ganesha, of Ganapati, there is a deeper meaning behind this. And just like all of you, I am personally really looking forward and I'm eagerly waiting for Gurudev to reveal some of the secrets behind Kartikeya, behind Lord Murugan. So I hope to see you all there, 24th to 26th of this month of July. Lots of love and blessings. Jai Gurudev. Namaste.